Welcome. Welcome to Vanadium. I'm Chris Rankin. The more I learn about this mad world, the more mysterious it seems. If the universe is expanding, the way most cosmologists and astrophysicists agree it does, what's it like at the far edge? What's at the frontier? What does the boundary between the universe and nothing look like? How can nothing even have an edge? The existence of an edge implies a distinction between one portion and another. Nothing has no definable characteristics, so how can it be distinct? It's enough to twist your head into madness. This story, and all other stories, start with the Big Bang, the beginning of the timeline of all human knowledge and practically all speculation. The Big Bang Theory, probably the most fundamental and important in all of science, was actually conceived by a priest. Jorge Lemaitre was a Belgian Catholic priest, mathematician, astronomer, and professor of physics at the Catholic University of Louvain. He was the first to theorize that the anomalous recession of nearby galaxies can best be explained by an expanding universe. Lemaitre proposed the Big Bang theory of the origin of the universe, calling it the hypothesis of the primeval atom, and later calling it the beginning of the world, 13.7 billion years ago, give or take, depending on the way it's calculated. The term Big Bang has always seemed stupid and crude to me. The term Big Bang isn't even appropriate for what science suggests happened almost 14 billion years ago. Big Bang doesn't make sense because there was no big and there was no bang. That event, the formation of all matter, actually took place on a submicroscopic scale, and there was no bang because there was no air in the universe to conduct sound. The Big Bang was a creation and transformation of space itself, resulting in a condensation of energy, forming matter, and interconnecting all of it into a growing, living, informational system. Since the beginning, matter has been interacting via light and gravity. I used to wonder, where did the Big Bang take place? The evidence seems to point to a confusing answer. The Big Bang took place everywhere and nowhere at the same time. The universe didn't seem to start in a place. It was a transformation of nothing, which didn't and can't have a place. The biggest discovery in support of the Big Bang theory was actually something observed by and known to practically everyone: television static. All radio and television signals contain the detectable hissing ring of the Big Bang. This radio signal is the echo of the beginning of the universe. Decades of experimental and theoretical astronomical and astrophysical studies are in support of the Big Bang theory. It's a strange idea, but it seems to fit. Although it does bring up some confusion. If the universe started off as a tiny little marble, expanded, and is still growing, then it must have an outer boundary, the edge, the surface of the marble. How can something with an edge be infinite? The idea is that the universe, at any given time, is larger than what could possibly be measured at that time. Therefore, it's effectively infinite. Infinite to us, unfortunately. We face a cosmological horizon that defines what we're even capable of observing. There are places in the universe so distant from us that we don't have the faintest hope of an interaction, not even with light. Due to the universe's rapid expansion, an object or region of space may be moving away from Earth even faster than light can travel. Therefore, we're effectively locked in a sphere that we can't possibly look out from. The size of this sphere is determined by what's called the Hubble radius, after the scientist who the Hubble telescope was dedicated to. If we want to do better than that, if we want to get out of the Hubble sphere, we have to travel faster than light. However, this hasn't stopped humankind from peering out unimaginable distances into the deep outskirts of the universe. Via the Hubble and New Horizons telescopes, science has produced some striking images of what lies as far as 3 billion miles away. This was taken with the New Horizons Space Telescope, and the photo represents the farthest region ever surveyed by humans, 3.79 billion miles away. These pictures were created with light that have been traveling since before the beginning of life on Earth. A look into the distance is also a look into the past. The Hubble telescope has revealed the overall superstructure of the universe. It turns out matter isn't dispersed evenly throughout space. Most materials, stars, planets, and asteroids are strung out along galaxy-sized filaments, thread-like formations that weave through the universe, drawn together by the influence of gravity. Between these filaments stretch immense voids, the universe's dead zones, where there's almost no matter, about 1 atom per cubic centimeter. The universe's hotspots are separated by desolate stretches of empty space. Some of the sights in these hotspots challenge the imagination. The pillars of creation. This may be one of the most famous and recognized Hubble images. It shows the multicolored glow of the gas clouds, the tendrils of dark cosmic dust, and the striking rust-colored pillars. The Spirograph Nebula. The progenitor star of the Spirograph Nebula shed off its outer layers multiple times, filling the interior with gas. A white dwarf stands in the heart of the nebula, energizing the gas and causing everything to glow. The Crab Nebula. Hubble captured this mosaic image of the Crab Nebula in the year 2000. The 24 individual images were assembled and released as the most detailed look at this nebula. The Birth of Stars. This mosaic image shows the Monkey Head Nebula, where new stars are being born. As dust and gas coalesce under the force of gravity, it forms into clumps, which can eventually form the building blocks of new stars. These infant stars are bright and hot, lighting up the remaining dust in the nebula. I personally can't wait for the James Webb Telescope to launch and send back pictures of the distant past, new astronomical structures, new phenomena. Later this year, in November 2021, the decades-long project will finally come to fruition and allow us to stare even further into the frontier. Thank you very much. This is Chris Rankin with Vanadium.